day 5 and back at the willow, and I am going to actually do the 2 remaining panels together because they give a similar context of learning composition, but the compositions are very different, so it's a nice difference to talk about, a nice contrast to talk about. So when I say composition, it always sounds like a big, arty, intimidating word, but sitting in front of this tree, I want to show you what it actually means in practice. Because here's the thing, I haven't moved very far. Same tree, same spot, same morning. But these 2 panels are completely different drawings because I changed one thing each time, and that was my viewpoint. The first, I'm crouched down and I'm looking where the tree meets the ground, and suddenly it's a completely enclosed world. The roots are twisting and curling and splitting in on themselves. The branches are looping down towards the ground, and the open, pale centre almost glows. It feels like a secret, like we're looking in on it. Possibly like something lives down there. The other one, I'm very close, very, very close. The trunk is cutting across the frame diagonally, making it almost abstract, almost filling the page. And it gives it this dynamic feeling. There's barely any sky, barely any river. There's just this great dark mass of old wood pressing against the yellowy acid green of the grass, and the faintest of silver of light on the top left. The composition is almost entirely about that diagonal. You can feel the weight and you can feel the presence. And if it's useful when you're doing these sketches to annotate them with such notes, this will get you into the habit of seeing these opportunities more readily when you're out and about sketching. In fact, even when you're not sketching, you start to spot them. So it was the same tree, 2 different viewpoints, 2 completely different feelings, and 2 completely different compositional decisions. So before you settle, before you open your sketchbook, try just changing your viewpoint. Crouch down, step closer, look up, look into it rather than at it. The composition often will find itself. But then step back, because something else happens when you look at all 4 panels together as a double page spread. Each one is its own small composition, its own question, its own answer, but together they become something else entirely, a portrait of a place rather than a view of it. The willow from above, from below, from inside, from a distance. 4 different relationships with the same old tree. And that's what sustained looking does. 1 drawing tells you what you saw. 4 drawings tell you what you felt. The spread becomes a kind of knowledge that 1 single image never could. So, the lesson from today is the viewpoint is the first decision we make. Everything else follows from there. And you will laugh your socks off tomorrow because I forget this entirely.